Have you ever thought about maybe leaving or moving or visiting a new place and you wanted to know what kind of energy that you might experience in that new place? Well, astrocartography and astrology can definitely help you maybe explore different planetary lines that can give you a little insight to what that experience can be like. So today we're going to be discussing the Descendant line in astrology, or the DC line, which sits on the opposite side of your rising sign. So you have your first house on this side, which is your rising, and on the opposite end is your Descendant line, which usually sits in the seventh house. So this line, when we talk about descendants, and before I get into it, my name is Crew, aka Araneae Storm. If you are coming to transform, then you've come to the right place. If you are coming in for the first time, welcome to my heavenly abode. And if you're not coming in for the first time, what it is, what's up? Personal readings below. My books are now open since I'm feeling a little bit better from healing. And then, also have videos also available for download as well on my website. You definitely want to check those links out. And Substack, but I might be changing the subject. I know, y'all, I'm always changing my links. Might be changing the Substack, but if you want to stay in touch, I am going to be doing new writings for the Substack. I'm just trying to find platforms that I actually want to stick with in the long term. You know what I'm saying? So I've been just kind of exploring with different stuff, whatever. But anyway, you can definitely check that out. I also will be in the future, so if it's not on when this video drops, you could definitely check in the future. I'll be downloading my videos from YouTube that you can also download yourself, because if anything were to happen to YouTube or this platform, all my videos would be erased. So at least you can save those files specifically on your computer and things like that. So those, definitely check for those on my site as well too. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. The DC line. The DC line has to do with, or Descendant line has to do with other people. It's the seventh house, and it usually has to do with your intimate relationships or intimate connections that you have with people. This has to do with your business partnerships or just collaborations, like one-on-one relationships that you have with people. This also has to do with contractual agreements, whether that's a spiritual contractual agreement or a physical contractual agreement. This also has to do with love, relationships, marriage, style even. You know, you can also see from the seventh house, really Venus, but you could also see this with the seventh house too. And usually has to do with other people, in relation to other people. Not to say that it doesn't have to do with you or traits or qualities of you, but it definitely has to do with how you meet other people or how people show up into your life here. So when you are on a DC line, you can definitely experience things from meeting new people, meeting other people, wanting to be around other people. This could be marriages. This can also be divorces. This can be spiritual contractual agreements. So people maybe that you've met in the past or previous incarnation, to maybe even like familial family members, whether that's blood family or not blood family. You can also see with this energy as well too. You can also see mirrors. That's a big one when it comes to this Descendant line, that you can see people who mirror you, or people who mirror certain aspects or qualities or traits that you either have subconsciously, or that you have outwardly, you know, that they're mirroring back to you. So you can definitely see that here as well. This is also a good place. It could be a good place. You want to check the whole chart just to see what everything's doing, but this is also be a good place for collaborative. You know, if you're looking to do collaborations with people, if you're looking to meet a tribe of people and things like that, and build with other people and things, you can definitely see the Descendant line as that. You might feel yourself a little bit more socially active as well with this energy here. So being a part of like groups and activities and things like that. But you just really, you might be, okay, so I just want to say this with the Descendant line. Definitely is going to have to do with a lot of other people, but you just want to make sure that you find balance with yourself. Make sure that you find balance with, you know, because sometimes in the Descendant line, you can get too lost with other people with this particular line. So just make sure that when you are exploring and getting to know new people and things like that, that there's a cool balance between the two, because it can get a little you know, the crosses can be crossing. You feel me? So little things like that you'll see here. You could also meet, like I said, I think I might have said it, I don't know if I said it in this video because we were talking about the Ascendant previously before this, but you know, meeting people from like past lives or meeting past people or new karmic relationships can also pop up at this time as well too, in this energy. So for example, if you have Jupiter, because Jupiter a lot of times has to do with roots, ancient roots as well too. Jupiter can also have to do with like partners and spouses and things like that. Maybe you have a Jupiter descendant line here as well. So you could definitely meet people from a past incarnation or past lives with this particular energy here. So if you go to this line and you feel like something feels familiar or something feels like I met you before, it's probably because you have. You know, that's just an example. Like I said, you definitely want to check the whole chart to see how the aspects are interacting with this particular placement, the house that it's in, and things like that. And it can give you a little bit more, or I mean, you have the house, but you want to see what this particular energy is interacting with the rest of your chart before you kind of jump into the conclusions and things like that. Okay.